Welcome to Tea and Tings with the Sings, but today's episode is about the tea. We're switching it up a little bit to give you guys a little variety and spice. And today we have with us honey.
No,
AKA
lemon.
I wanted honey, but Justine got honey.
Yeah,
right?
Justine is honey.
Watch ya. You could have just kept that, you know.
I know.
Pick up whatever drop. Let me
man.
start over.
No, wait.
Oh, so we're keeping it.
I feel like
The theme is chaos too.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is our first time doing this. And yeah, we just want to keep it light and fun today, get an understanding of who we are and who our friends are. Every episode we're going to invite another one of our girlies who have their tea names that we introduced you guys to in the earlier episodes.
Yeah.
So again, this is honey. Lemon.
Again, chaotic. Chaos.
Sorry, Justine.
Your inner thoughts.
One look, and I
See that many tea?
one touch, feels skinny.
Welcome to Tea and Ting,
With the sing.
where we sip on truth and deep dive into life's messy, beautiful, and sometimes dramatic moments. I'm Brittany,
And I'm Chelsea.
and we're here to chat about all things real.
Raw and relatable.
Let's get into it.
All right, so I left the planning of this episode up to Chelsea and Sable. So take it away.
Okay. So basically what we're gonna start with, we're gonna do a couple scenarios and then we kinda like deep dive in it a little bit.
Okay.
So you can give us a tea.
Oh,
A tea bag.
so this is our tea. I'll put them here. Yeah.
So each of us will do two.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll do the first one. Alright. When a guy takes you out on a date and when the bill comes, he wants to go 50-50. What's your thoughts on that?
He asked me out in the
He asked you out on a date and then bill comes and he's sitting there like, he's like, where's your half?
Where's my house?
Yeah.
I'm not on the dating scenes. Well, none of us are. Well,
But if I was and that happened, I feel like I would just, I don't know, I feel like I'd pay the problem and be like, alright, bye.
yeah, I think.
Because clearly you can't afford it. Or is that, I don't know if that's a bad assumption or what, but like if you're gonna tell me to pay half and you invited me
Yeah.
out,
No, so yeah, first of all, if you're putting me in that position, I'm going to tell the waiter to just give me the thing.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna have a discussion.
I'm not
I
having
would
a
probably,
discussion.
Knowing myself, I'm just gonna pay the full thing.
Yeah,
and
that's
Yeah,
what
yeah. After you know more than me.
50-50 is okay. I'll pay 100.
Yeah, I'll pay 100 and you'll never see me
again.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do as well.
And
Also, daddy raised us to have where get left money.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No, not doing that. Not doing that. Yeah.
Oh, you go, Sabes.
The mom-in-law or your mom-in-law thinks she's the main character. She refuses to pass the torch, criticizes you about everything, and randomly shows up unannounced, like to your house. What is your breaking point?
Day one is the breaking point.
I don't know how and this person is married?
Mother-in-law would
business is a
suggest,
serious
yeah.
thing. Yeah, like,
How you get married because she never start this
Yeah, it's
up
true.
after the marriage?
There should have been a boundary
I feel
from.
like there would have been signs.
no, yeah, there would have been signs. You kind of know what you sign up for.
Exactly.
But
And you
I
can't
think
just-
that's when, like, in the initial stages, that's kind of when you put boundaries in place. You have the conversation so that you don't ever get to that point. Like, this lady probably has a key to your house and just shows up whenever.
I feel like every week we discuss boundaries.
It's important.
Your partner must have boundaries. I mean, I'm a boy mom, and I always think about, like, how will I be? Because this, Loki is my bestie, bruv.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I also, like, I'm very conscious, like, what would I want? If I was the mom, like the wife, and you know, I think it's just very important. Your partner has to set boundaries for the family. It's not the wife's responsibility to set those boundaries, and it's between you and your partner. And if he can't do it, then that says a lot about him, and he probably needs mommy therapy.
Oh man, agreed. It's really not on you. It's literally on him.
Yeah. While I didn't have like drastic mother-in-law issues, like whenever there was something, I would ask Basil to handle with it because it's not my
your place.
responsibility.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So
She
my
was married
turn.
It was on too.
Okay. You have caught your close friend or family member's partner cheating red-handed. Do you tell the friend or mind your business?
Man, I'm in two spaces.
Malik is like,
So, knowing this age and stage of my life, unfortunately, I'm going to mind my business.
I'll mind my
but
business.
It depends on who the person is and the relationship I have with them. But in my previously, like, I would have been like, yo, I see a man doing this, da 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 da. And of course, it backfires.
Every single time.
Always backfires.
you stay out of man, woman.
Yeah, so no,
business.
absolutely not.
This has literally happened to me, and
It has happened to me too.
I just don't say nothing.
You end up with the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You see
all the
that
time.
always Because
They're gonna work it out somewhere or another. and then
Exactly.
you look like-
Especially if they're married, they're more than likely going to stay together and work it out.
Yeah.
Healthy married people, yes.
and you
Yeah.
don't know what
So-
kind of arrangement they have.
Exactly. You don't know
Yeah.
the arrangement that they have.
So
Yeah.
you just it's
Mind your
best to-
business.
At first, though, me take picture and everything, you know, like me have the proof, like if anyhow shit ever hit the fan,
I do
like,
actually have a photo in my phone.
yeah, I have, but in the meantime, minding my business.
Yeah. We're sipping that tea.
water.
So who's next? You have to
This
move
is
little
actually
faster.
Not one.
It's okay. It's okay. The broke friend debate. You have a friend who is always broke. Do you stop inviting them out, or would you just cover for them like every time you go out?
I feel like if I invite them out, I already made up my
Right.
mind that I'm covering their bill.
Yes.
And all of us have different seasons. Like I've
Yeah.
had friends that just say, "It's fine, Brittany, I'll handle it," and I've done that too.
Likewise,
Like
yeah.
I don't think about always. I don't even see them as like my broke friend. I'm just like, this is my friend that I'm taking out right now, and they have a challenge. Like all of us have had those ebbs and
Yeah.
flows. So
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't put it
cover
that
for
way.
my friend, but then if it gets to a point where
Every single
it's
time.
every time.
No, well, me
and
not
then-
invite you every time. I have to mentally prepare that may I cover the bill.
Yeah, I will cover for you, but then don't be calling me on a random Tuesday being like, oh, hey, by the way, do you have this money I need to buy?
Are you speaking from experience?
Oh, I actually have.
Yes!
I have had.
That happened to you?
Yeah.
You need to say what happened to the
I've had
people.
a friend like that.
Chelsea, have friends straight up ask her for a credit card.
Credit card, social security. Just like
That's
you've
wow.
passed the place now. You're not my friend.
But I kind of feel like the friend who is in that maybe the valley season of their life or not as cashy, you need to know your pocket. If it is that you want to
Yeah,
go
you
out
can't
and
be
hang out
you
with
can't
friends,
go. You just can't go.
Instead of
I
going
keep my ass at
instead of
home.
going to Uncourt, maybe you say, hey, let's grab a bottle of my supermarket. That's like
Yeah, yeah.
Let's just chill in the living room or something. So you
Exactly.
still get to hang out with your friends.
That's what
but
I do. I'm like, come on, everybody come to my house. I'll give you water.
you have to know your pocket. As
Yeah.
you say, everybody goes through their seasons of, prosperity or sometimes drought, and you have to just, I don't mean stay home and just wallow in your sorrows, but
No.
figure out ways that suit your current lifestyle. And don't expect people to just,
The handout thing.
Yeah.
But I find that culturally, like in Jamaica, we have like this
An entitlement
entitlement
issue.
that people owe us something.
Yeah. It's an entitlement issue for sure.
I only don't notice it in life. Like I just
Yeah,
find that
it's true.
Jamaicans are extremely entitled.
it's true.
Look at the taxi man them. It's their
It's
road.
their road. Yeah.
I can't think about that.
Let me see. I have one. My coworker stole my idea and got promoted. I casually mention an idea and suddenly it's brought up in the next team meeting with my coworker getting all the praise. Do you expose them, outshine them, or plot revenge?
I'm honestly gonna keep it moving.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, say something.
I'm gonna keep it moving.
But I'm petty.
I kind of feel like if it's gotten to the point where the coworker getting the praise, that ship has kind of sailed.
The praise is fine, but the promotion is where I draw the line.
Well, the promotion follows the praise, right? But
Yeah.
it's a tricky line that you have to kind of teeter on incorporate where, you know, you don't want pettiness doesn't work. It doesn't.
I guess.
It doesn't reflect
Especially
well
on the
you.
woman.
I've never really been in corporate, to be honest.
Trust
That's
me.
true.
In this kind of scenario,
It's better
as
you
a
shut your mouth.
corporate girlie, you keep quiet and you try and outshine them.
Yeah, that's in my head what I would do. I
You
just
know?
keep it moving and do what I have to do to elevate.
Maybe that's why corporate's not meant for me anymore.
Yeah, corporate is a.
You have to say what you say, and I don't know. I'm one of those that must talk with my chest, you know, and oftentimes like that has repercussions. But I am also not going to allow somebody to just
Right,
all
so
the
you
way,
can
yeah.
probably say it to them, but
no, because you're going to say it to them and them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what are you talking
Well, then
about?
this is a-
People love to play stupid. I've learned this week.
This is the flip side of this. No, you have to document everything, one, and then what I've learned about promotions, about visibility. So you could have the best ideas in the world, but if you're not speaking up and going to your superior and saying, "Hey, I think we can give this a try,"
Yeah.
they're not going to see you in the light of, "Okay, maybe
What
we
if it's
can
your
go for it."
superior taking the credit for your work?
That happens more often than you think.
I know.
And that's a very, it hasn't happened to me thankfully, but like it's a very weird thing to navigate because it's kind of like you're my up.
Yeah,
But
what are you
you know,
doing at that?
You're my up, but I really can't do anything about it. You'd look for another job.
Go and look for another work where you're valued.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you have to kind of know too the kind of rapport you have with the superior. If you can have a conversation and it won't be taken the wrong way and it won't
Yeah.
be sabotaged after. Because
Yeah.
all these things have to be taken into consideration.
Yeah.
It's either you know, crap, this person is taking my idea. Does it make sense to have a convo? Was it just a mistake, or did they give you your props behind the scenes too? Having been on like both sides of it, you know, manager and like a junior staff member, I've presented ideas and saying, you know, hey, big boss, this is really XYZ's idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
You know, so there's a way to do it, but if it is the worst case scenario where they're just like literally taking all the shine for it, look another word.
I agree. Yeah. So guys, we probably should have started with this. Again, chaos, first episode doing this.
Back again with the chaos.
Back again. What is your current tea? So tea meaning one thing you're celebrating and one thing that is just pissing you off this week.
You can start, Jill.
You can start. I have to think on that a little.
Yeah, me too. What am I celebrating? I'm celebrating, as the last episode, because I watched it and loved it so much, I told the two of you, just being able to let go of the own expectations that I had for myself and my journey, and just embracing. So maybe not celebrating, but just embracing. The no.
But that's still worth like celebrating that you have the ability to embrace the no.
Yeah.
I think mine is very similar, especially after the episode.
Right.
Like I think after that episode, this week has just been very light.
Yeah.
And I'm literally like every day I'm like, oh, this is why that door was closed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's been really nice, just feeling light. Yeah.
I think I am celebrating this new season of life that I'm in. Just being grateful that I'm in a space where I'm happy, work-wise, my personal life, with my kids. Like, I just feel very content, and I haven't felt this way in a long time. So I'm celebrating that. Yeah.
You want to clap like this one? My nails aren't long enough to do it.
Mine are never done. And then what's something that's annoying you?
I feel so zen. Like, I can't think of something that's like...
That's so good.
Yeah, I can't think of something that's really like pissing me off.
Yeah.
I really just feel like, okay, well, handing it to God and just doing what I need to do.
Am I doing that?
You have to.
You are not quite there.
So, but okay,
on your way.
so the thing that's pissing me off is how someone in my life is not taking any accountability for their actions. But at the same time, I've had clients this week going through similar things, and like one of my clients was like, I just go stand under the shower, and when the water running off of you, just pretend that's the person and their problem just like running off of me. Yeah. And I was like, I imagine going to the beach and having like sun, when you have suntan or sunblock lotion, how the liquid just kind of rolls off of you. I feel like that's what's happening to me, but it's just that there is emotion involved where I'm like, it's taking a little longer to actually roll. But I see it there, it's not like seeping into me, but it's there, and I'm like,
Look at time.
Time is relative.
why are people so difficult? That's what's annoying me.
I don't know. But Sissy, that like when people behave a certain way,
it's not me.
Always, it's not always you. Like, don't take it
Yeah, but
personal.
at what point do we stop forgiving people for how they live in their trauma? And then at what point do we draw a line and say, that doesn't serve me, so you can live in your trauma?
You have to know when it's no longer going to serve you.
Because if it's going to upset your spirit.
And I think you are at a place where you know it no longer serves you.
And you can just take a step back. It may not be permanently, but you take
Oh,
a
the
step
step
back.
has been stepped back.
Oh, man.
All right, what are we doing next?
All right, so we're going to play a little game. This one is Would You Rather. So Sable and I, we really had a time last night going through them. I guess I will give Sable this set to read. And then you can do this one, Sissy, and then add your own.
Okay.
So I will go first then. Would you rather a partner who's amazing in bed but cheats, or a partner who is awful in bed and just would never leave? Like they're ride or die. They ain't leaving.
And they're good to you.
They're good to you, but they're not good in bed. It's crickets.
I really don't know.
I would choose neither.
No, you have to choose.
You have to
one.
choose.
I would be by myself. But if I had to choose, I would choose the partner who is bad. Because I feel like, you should be able to teach them, or
I love the positivity.
I have to be
Or buy
positive in
toys.
Yeah.
life or something.
I mean, I guess like there's like, maybe not in Jamaica, but globally there's things like sex therapy and things that couples can go to improve. So if you're naturally a good person, there's room for growth in the relationship in that specific area.
Yeah, because that's not the be-all and end-all.
Yeah. It's really not. And people that are actually here said, if him can't do this, then... Then... I mean, clearly all of us value different things. And also, in many cases, sometimes the woman herself is not showing up in a way that makes the man want to perform. So that's a whole other topic. We'll have to get a sex therapist one episode.
But yeah,
that's a good one.
The cheating thing, that's just risky and lack of respect, and I can't. That's just trauma.
No, but what if it's that's another scenario. But I was like polyamory and
it's also nuanced. But for me personally,
yeah.
I'd have to go with the second one. If it don't work out, and it don't work out, but I can't say I never tried.
Yeah.
But I'd opt for none of them.
Yeah,
if that were an option.
I'll just co-sign at the moment.
Okay.
All right, you can go ahead.
This is so chaotic.
This episode is chaotic.
Would you rather find out your partner have a secret child or be secretly married?
A secret child.
I agree.
I don't know.
What? What do you not know? I can live with a secret child. I can eventually learn to love. Let me tell you, this is a very probably controversial take, but how he had that child, you don't know what was happening in his life and that person's life at that time. You don't know. You don't know if the woman never ever tell him till later. You don't. There's just so many things that.
Agreed.
And I don't think a child should be punished for the decisions of their parents. And oftentimes, all of us live under that. Whatever or the decisions our parents make impact us as people, as adults, right? And I just don't think that should be something a child suffers because of the choices of their parents. And if I am married to this man and he has an outside child, I'm not gonna be like, screw that child, whatever. Maybe screw the lady and him at one point. But if he wants that child to be a part of our family, I'm not gonna.
Agreed.
I personally don't think that I couldn't do that to a child personally.
Okay.
This child as well, because of the same reason that it could be so many reasons that make me may not have known about a child. There could have been, before or. But secretly married?
Yeah, secretly married. Like
you know what you do.
Exactly.
You sign the paper.
Yeah, agreed.
So. Me. Would you rather be... Guys, this is an awful question. What if the viewers impacted?
I mean...
Alright. Would you rather be in the Twin Towers or the Titanic at the point of disposal?
For me, I was explaining to Sable, like, I'd rather drown.
I think I'd rather drown.
Both are tragic, both, like, you're suffering in both. But for me to be burning, and, like, I can't even imagine that.
Yeah, I think I'd rather drown.
And then with the Titanic, like, there's so much stuff I could be holding on to. While the water is damn cold, I'm, like, holding on to a bed.
Yeah, Rose made it.
That's what I said to her. I was like, Rose survived. My chance of surviving is way higher on the Titanic than being in that building.
I disagree.
No.
How you was going?
Because drowning, I don't know. Drowning is probably like one of the worst ways you can go out. So you freeze, you drown. It just seems so painful. I'm not saying that, it won't be painful, the other option. But I could die on impact. I wouldn't feel a thing. I'd just be out.
You're assuming.
You're assuming you die on impact.
So I'm assuming, I'm thinking the best case scenario. In this awful scenario.
I mean, you could die of shock in either one.
Hypothermia.
Hypothermia.
Yeah.
The Titanic thing first.
This is terrible.
Why did he put this one? It's awful.
I don't know.
Can you cut that off?
No.
And people did that. Like, I don't want to
but once
doing
you're
that.
going to splat, like you.
Blood, change the topic.
All right. Nine. Would you rather have a partner whose parents hate you or whose siblings are always asking you for money?
I said the siblings.
I'll take the siblings.
I can always tell you no.
Yeah, like, no, I don't have it today. Sorry.
Or I can block you.
I think I'd take the siblings too.
I don't want the parents hating me.
Yeah, I don't know if I can live with your family hating me. I already don't like when people don't like me. Like,
I don't care if you don't like me really and truly. But I'm so big on like the family part of things and how close we are with mommy and daddy. Like,
I would have to change the perspective. Like, what an honor that they feel comfortable enough to ask.
The siblings?
No, but if you're asking one off because things happen and you want to be there for family.
Yeah.
But if every Thursday at 3 p.m. you're gonna be like,
you're coming for your salary.
for your weekend. No, but again, I can always tell you no.
Yeah, you can tell them.
Also, what's my husband's relationship with them?
You gone too deep, sissy.
All right.
But I definitely couldn't deal with my partner's parents hating me.
Yeah, me neither.
I couldn't.
Yeah. It's going to be uncomfortable and awkward all the time, So, no. And then, no.
You up, Sabes?
I'm gonna read this one.
You have to. I have to find...
In light of situations that were brought up on Twitter this week, this is just awful. Would you rather poop in the only toilet at a party knowing you're gonna
Wait, what was the Twitter thing first of all? I have not been.
There was a scenario where this girl went to Trinidad Carnival and she took it upon herself to go on Elon Musk's internet and tell the world that the like don't get lost. So she jumped carnival. She was like, don't get lost because when you get lost, it's lots of people and this and that, and it's hard to find bathrooms. So she said she needed to.
She shared that on the internet
unprovoked, and she went and released her bowels on somebody's grave. So they have been beating her, rightfully so, online because they're just like, what?
You going to desecrate my friend grave?
Why would you do that? Why would you share that?
Why would you share that?
It's the sharing for me, because obviously when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, but everybody is like, so you just
crying.
It's really bad. It was really bad. I was disgusted because it's like, you go do that. Did you clean up? Did you wash your hands?
You're asking too many questions.
No, those
go to the scenario.
So the scenario is, would you rather poop in the only toilet in a party, knowing you're gonna clog it, or poop in the bushes?
I don't know. Well, I do know, because my shame tree is so bushy and tall. I'm not going in the bathroom and then I walk out and you noise me. I'm not doing that. So I'm definitely going in the bush, and I'll figure it out. I will go in the bush.
I'm leaving the party. I'm leaving. I'm leaving and I'll figure it out at the gas station.
No, but Sable, there are times when you really have to go. You probably can't make it to the car.
First of all, in my 33 and
Be
years
blessed.
and 4 months, I give thanks to the Lord that has never happened to me. And my thing is always, I serve a living God. He would not put me in that situation. But in this scenario, if I absolutely had to, I'm not doing it in the party either. Are you crazy? I'm gonna go in the bushes. Because there has to be leaves.
Leaves are toilet paper.
But what if you're somewhere where the leaves are prickly, poison ivy?
Then why am I in there to begin with? I forgot
You're asking too much. In my true country girl self, I'm hitting the bush. Digging a hole.
Digging a hole.
I mean, we may not have time,
the
but...
most.
Just stop by the bar, grab a little, paper towels.
Oh yeah, grab 10 napkins at the bar.
I'm gonna look at my entire surroundings. Toilet in a party?
Absolutely not.
Guys, I don't have one. Why you leave me to make up my
Just do any
next
random one.
I just going to do one I do with Logie.
Okay.
Okay, this one is nice and light. Would you rather have a nose that honks like a clown, or ears that wiggle like a bunny?
Oh, I want the ears.
I like the ears. That's
I
cute.
think I went with the ears too.
Yeah.
Because then everybody would walk up to me like,
But then,
honk.
yeah. No, don't touch me. No.
See, mine was corny and light.
Yeah, that
Agents of
works.
chaos last night.
That's because you guys had time to think of these last night.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the next thing that we are going to dive into?
Just a little quick, deep convo about pretty much, what's one thing that has happened lately that has changed the way that you're looking on life.
Okay.
Or guest.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing I was saying earlier, that having been in a season that is very uncertain and very weird for me, having to let go of certain expectations that you have of yourself and just trust the process. It sounds so cliche, but I've come to realize that these things are cliche for a reason. And it's hard to relinquish control because you're like, you want to control everything, know what's going to happen, and this. But maybe I have to take it as that, okay, let me shift my perspective. Maybe the lesson in all this is that I need to learn to just have faith.
Faith.
I've been in scenarios many times before where my faith is tested, but then it always works out in ways better than I could have even ever imagined. I have a tattoo on my leg that says by faith, because I walk by faith. I bought it maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
A what?
A tattoo that
Oh,
means by faith on my foot, and it's like I need to just tap back. I had to just tap back into that for real, because the more I was fighting it, the more anxious I felt, and I was just going crazy in my mind. And then this week, again, following the episode that you guys posted this week, I was just like, I needed to hear that. So big up CK, for just delivering that, basically a bit of a sermon, because it really resonated.
It really felt
with
like
me.
a sermon.
Yeah, it resonated with me, and it just kind of reinforced the fact that you have to embrace the unknown sometimes and just have faith that a living God that I serve will never let me trip and fall and fumble, and things will work out. So that's what's been on my spirit. This week I felt, as Brittany said, a lot lighter. I don't feel as anxious. I feel okay.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel scared about what's going to happen. I just trust that it's going to work out. So that's what's current in my brain for this week.
I think like I'm similar, but to choose a different one, I would say, I was talking to my friend Christina yesterday, and we were talking about the fact that we have to remember that people, and I said it to my husband this morning as well, people will only see you and experience life based off of the lens that they're wearing. And if they're not doing anything to clean the lens, to like make sure the lens don't have the little speck on it, and you don't have any control over how they see you and how they interact with you, and that's me. But so when having relationships and with friends or partners or whatever, like being conscious of the fact that, as Chelsea said earlier, it's really not about you, but the lens that they have on and how they see you may not even align with how you see yourself. So you can't take it personal. And I am learning that, like, it's very hard for me to not take things personal. But I also know that it's not me. Yeah. But unfortunately, at the same time, I also know that I don't want to be around people who aren't cleaning their lens.
Yeah.
That's
there
my
has
thing.
to be some kind of perspective, like looking within.
Because cracked lens, when you say hurt people, if your lens are cracked, you go try crack mine. And I can't, I have to.
For that.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that. Not in this season. And it's funny because Christina said, Brittany, look at the state of the world. We don't have time to be hurting in other areas. Just protect your damn self. Like, focus on that. So I think how people are, the whole, I have to protect my space and my boundaries. That's a very popular talk. We really have to do it,
Yeah.
You can't allow people to just come and step on your thing. Like, the world is very hard. It's very scary right now. I'm afraid to take my flights. You know what I mean? Like, all of these things that are happening. If the people around you who claim to love you not trying to protect you, screw it. That's what is on my mind this week.
This is not something for me that I've learned, but more so just a reminder. And I think it's just the way I am with everybody. When I lost my friend last year, it was just a reminder that you really don't know what people are going through and what their struggles are. So it's what that experience has truly put me in a new place where I have to be patient with people. I have to give them grace. You just don't know what people are going through. So it's really just a reminder, like, show up for your friends, check on your friends. Like, for me, I've been trying to be very intentional in that way. Just to let them know that I'm here. Like,
especially since Tia's episode. All of our episodes are connecting nicely.
Yeah. Like, just be present in any way,
Yeah.
So it's just a good reminder for me with all my friendships, all my relationships.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cheers to that. All right. So, how do we wrap up? Keeks wants us to still say, please.
Like, comment, and share.
Yeah, and subscribe. And also, if you have any scenarios that you'd love for us to like dissect in these episodes that we're gonna do every other week, please submit them. This is where we want to unpack all the things that are happening with you guys, with our friends. And we are hoping that you will like how we've changed it up a bit. And as usual, keep sipping on tea
and spilling truth.
We got it! See you guys next week. Bye. Watch ya. This is an episode of bloopers.